Chad, we're going home this weekend. I get to see my dogs. I'm so excited.
I heard you're going back home this weekend.
Yes, I'm so excited. Yeah, 2 of them. We're actually going to my house for a team meal.
Oh, that's cool.
Big enough, yeah. Yeah.
How many are on the volleyball team? Like, what's the number?
17.
Okay.
And then when we get to conference play, 14 will travel.
There we go. Internal rate of return, net present value.
Ooh.
I'm sure you've looked at like financial statements for stuff.
Yes, I'm in
Okay.
accounting right now.
Accounting.
So
Okay, so let's earnings ratio. Earnings divided by the number of outstanding shares. I'm just giving you a bad time.
I'm like, you are gonna want to delete this and find somebody else if this is.
No, this isn't finance talk.
Oh,
this isn't
gosh,
finance.
That would be so bad.
I'm not in finance, but I did take accounting classes, and I felt like it was most of the semester of just looking at a balance sheet and figuring out. I had a hard time just remembering what the difference between a debit and a credit.
Okay, I know that one. I know that one.
Tell me what the difference is.
Debit is money that you have that you're spending. Credit is money that's not yours that you're spending that you have to pay back later. There we go.
Right there.
Yes, and you have to pay.
Yeah.
Your credit on time, or you get late fees. It's just a whole big mess. So pay off your credit cards.
Welcome to Zips Nation Insider. My name is Jacob Farrar. I'm excited to have our guest with us today, Delaney Gash.
Hi.
Delaney. Quite the crowd for you today.
Oh, yeah.
Delaney is a member of the Zips volleyball team. We're excited to have her, our first volleyball player on Zips Nation Insider this year. Not our first overall for the podcast, but our first one for this year. So excited to get to know you and learn more about not just your story, but also the team for this coming year. So Delaney, first off, we want to know a little bit more about you. So talk about growing up from Kentucky, and how did you make it to campus here in Akron?
All right. Well, I grew up in Lexington, Kentucky. I have 2 older sisters. All 3 of us played volleyball. All 3 of us played in college, so it's a competitive household for sure. Parents are athletes, so got it from them. I ended up in Akron. You know, I came on my visit pretty early in my recruiting process and just fell in love with campus, loved the coaches, loved the atmosphere, and just chose this place to be home.
So, but Akron, how was that on your radar in Kentucky? Did you know someone on the team, any of the coaches, or is just kind of shot in the dark type?
I'd actually never heard of it.
Okay.
I mean, I knew, of course, LeBron was from here. That's a given.
Thank you, LeBron. Brought Delaney here to campus.
Yep. But one of the coaches, he's not here anymore, he reached out, and we kind of started emailing, calling back and forth, and he invited me on a visit, and that's how I ended up here.
Was that through maybe him seeing you through showcases or tournaments or something like that?
Yeah, it was from club tournaments, travel tournaments. They kind of were all over wherever we went, they were at. So kind of talked to them and ended up here.
Okay. So you mentioned your family. So your 2 sisters played collegiate volleyball. Your dad was a football player in college. So your house, I'm assuming, was competitive, as you mentioned. But how did you start playing volleyball? Who introduced you to the sport? And how did you go from playing college to high school to coming and wanting to take it to the next level?
So we actually, all 3, my sisters and I, started with softball.
Softball, okay.
And then around my oldest sister's sophomore year, she switched to volleyball because she grew to be 6'1". So that was a given. And of course, my parents thought it'd be easiest to send us to the high school camps just for fun in the summer. So I would go to those, and eventually I stopped loving softball as much and fell in love with volleyball. And all 3 of us ended up switching over to volleyball. So
was that the only sport then you played in high school?
So in middle school, I played softball, basketball, and volleyball.
Okay.
And then my sophomore year of high school, I switched to only volleyball. Quit softball, yeah.
Got it. So what has been the biggest adjustment from high school, college? You're in your sophomore year, so you have 1 year of playing here at the University of Akron. But what has been the biggest adjustment for you?
I think that there's not really anything that can prepare you for being a Division I athlete between the classes. You know, you're coming into a completely new social life, new team, new environment. So I think the biggest adjustment is just becoming a Akron volleyball player instead of whatever I was in high school or in club. Just figuring out what it was like to be here and not at home, and not being able to go home and talk to my parents about practice or something that day. Just becoming an Akron volleyball player instead of high school or club.
Got it. So your position on the team, outside hitter, but what also is your role besides your position? What's your role kind of on the team as far as motivation, especially now that you have a year of experience? What is that role for you on the team?
I like to think that I'm kind of an anchor. I'm very consistent, very level. I don't really have high emotions when it comes to it. So I like to think that I'm kind of a anchor. I try to lead by example. I'm not as vocal as some other players on our teams, but yeah, I would just say I'm kind of an anchor, just consistent, calm.
So letting your play kind of speak for you, so to speak.
Yeah.
Got it. So you're a finance major.
I am.
Here at the University of Akron. How do you balance being a student? Finance is not an easy major on campus, getting into the College of Business. So how do you balance student and an athlete?
So we practice and lift in the morning. So every day I'm done by 11 o'clock. And there's a lot of, the College of Business luckily offers a lot of courses. So I've been able to schedule my classes to where it's not interfering with practice. And then along with our travel schedule, most of the professors are really, really helpful when it comes to that if you have to miss class or anything. And then there's, of course, online courses that are offered. And so that's helped a lot with just being able to balance it.
Got it. So kind of the infrastructure here within Akron has really lent itself to being able to balance that out.
For sure.
So how would you describe the culture of University of Akron volleyball right now?
That's interesting you asked that, because we've been talking about it a lot.
Interesting.
Yes, I just talked to my coach about it yesterday. So we have kind of three main focuses that we have this year. The first one is grit. It's just hard work, doing the dirty work, working hard during the week so that at the end of the week when we have our games, it pays off, going through hard things. And then the second one, we use the word mudita, which...
Whoa, say that again?
Mudita.
Mudita? Well, I've never heard that word before, so please share.
So we read a book, The Twin Thieves, last year, and that word was in there. It just is like an unconditional love and joy for life and your teammates. Wow. So we've really been trying to live through that, just being happy for one another, being happy to be there, coming in every day with a smile on our face. And then the last one we have kind of talked about with our Focus 3 thing that we've started doing, which is like a leadership kind of, talk that we have once a month. And it's respect, just respecting the game, respecting your opponents, respecting one another. So those are kind of the three things that we're focusing on this year that are, Zips volleyball culture.
Oh, that's great. So one thing that, for me, I'm not a volleyball player, not a Division I athlete. Walk us through kind of what someone would be surprised to know about in your life as a student athlete, Division I volleyball player. Something that people would be surprised to know about.
Something surprised. I think that people would probably be surprised to see how much fun we actually have. I think that sometimes the Division I student athlete, kind of gets the rep of it's really hard work and it's just you never have any free time and you're always in it, which is true. It is hard work and there's a lot of rough things about it, but I think that maybe it's just our team, but we have a lot of fun with each other on and off the court. So
that's great. We're here with Delaney Gash, a member of the Zips volleyball team here on Zips Nation Insider. So Delaney, I want to talk a little bit about just women's volleyball in general. There's been a lot recently about the popularity of the sport. You have teams like the University of Nebraska filling up a football stadium. So why do you think in your mind, how has the sport become so popular? What is it that's drawing fans to women's volleyball?
I think honestly that it just takes, for me, I feel like it just takes watching one game and you realize how fun it actually is to watch, and that volleyball is a fun sport. So for example, Nebraska, they've done huge things for women's volleyball, especially in college, and now you're kind of seeing it become professional volleyball become a thing.
Sure.
And it always has been overseas, but it's kind of becoming a thing here more. And I think that that's just because people are realizing that it is fun to watch. And I think that especially for the younger generations, it's kind of empowering for especially younger girls to see college athletes work hard and, have fun with what they're doing.
I think it's also kind of this, and correct me if I'm wrong, this, normally you would see volleyball just in the Olympics, so every like 4 years. But through, popularity, it seems like now ESPN or those types of stations are covering it more. So it's almost like a snowball effect.
For
where
sure.
There was this lull, you'd have Olympic volleyball and then nothing until the next. But because of, just for some reason the spark that's ignited, it just has this snowball effect that people are, again, watching it year round, not just between the Olympics.
For sure.
So how do you think here at Akron, within the MAC, we can kind of leverage that? Like, what are some things we can do to leverage just this popularity to get probably more people to come to, hopefully things like this.
Yeah,
getting,
for sure.
getting introducing our viewers and our listeners to you. But any other thoughts of what we can do to make this more popular, to get some more fans in the stands, so to speak?
Yeah, I think that, we have done, our first home game we had this past week, we had a pretty good show out compared to last year. So I think, like you said, stuff like this where people can see kind of some of the athletes and want to show up. And then I think once you come once, you'll want to come a little bit more.
Sure.
Through social media, it's a huge thing. Just kind of seeing clips of games or excitement or pictures, stuff like that. I think it'll make people kind of want to be a part of it.
Sure. It's interesting because volleyball has, in basketball, there's the slam dunk that everyone wants to see. But I feel like volleyball has both the blocks and the spikes. So it's almost like you have double the intense play, so to speak, that maybe that doesn't exist in other sports.
For sure.
So let's talk about this season. So you've underway. The season's already begun. As we get closer to the kind of the MAC portion of your schedule, how are things going so far?
They're going good. We're rolling right now. We're 4-2. We came out of NC State, played Cleveland State, Eastern Tennessee, and American this past week, and then this upcoming weekend we're headed to Eastern Kentucky for another tri-match.
So is that a close to home game for you?
That is a close game. We're about 30 minutes from my house. So.
You gonna have family there?
Oh yeah, my sister's actually the grad assistant for EKU now.
Oh,
so
wow.
It's kind of a sibling face-off, I guess.
Oh, interesting.
But yeah, no, we're doing good. I'm excited for MAC play. We have this weekend, and then we have 2 more non-conference games, and then we come out with Miami at home. So I'm excited. We look strong right now. So.
Well, that's good to hear. I'm glad you're thinking that. And again, we want to have our fans of the podcast attend. For you during this off season, what are some things that you worked on, even during kind of the pre-MAC portion of the schedule? What were some goals that you had for your personal play, and then how does that translate into the team goals?
Yeah, so it started kind of with spring last year. We had, I think it was 10 girls, and this year we have 7 newcomers.
Okay.
It's completely a new team. So this summer I kind of, just got some reps in, but was trying to figure out what I wanted my role to be on the team, both physically and like leadership wise. And then coming into the off season, I guess preseason, I just wanted to be like a strong leader on the team, somebody that the new people can come and talk to, and if they have questions, and the younger girls can come ask if they have anything. And I feel like not only have I done that, but I feel like everyone kind of has done that. We've all had our roles kind of planned out, and we're following through with it. And because of the leadership talks that we've had and the culture talks that we've had, it's given us the ability to hold each other accountable for what we want our standards to be on the court. So I think that, we've got a good base for the season right now.
Got it. So as we encourage people to come and watch, what are some things that we should tell our fans if they come to a volleyball game they've never been to one to kind of pay attention to watch? I think one thing specifically is there's going to be one player that's wearing a different colored jersey than the rest. So talk a little bit about that position, and just maybe a little bit of hey, if you're coming to a volleyball match for the first time, here's some things to think about.
Okay, so obviously there's the big play that ends the point. It's usually a kill. Those are always fun. You cheer loud for those, and then the player in the different jersey, that's our libero. It gets complicated to explain, but
don't.
We don't need to.
We asked last year to explain it, and don't worry.
She's just wearing a different jersey, that's for sure.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I think just get loud. Watch. We're a really scrappy team, so our back row is gonna pick up a lot of balls that maybe other teams won't get. Hopefully, but yeah, no, I think just kind of watch where the ball is. There's always something fun going on, and then at the end of the play, we all get excited, and it's a lot more fun if the crowd's getting excited with us.
Sure. Who are some players to watch? Obviously, we want people to look for you, number 13, right?
Yep.
Who are some other players to kind of keep track of this season?
So we have our libero. That's Vanessa. She's real fun to watch. She's feisty. It's on the court. That's the best word I know to describe her. It's a really fun. She's a fun player to watch. We have a freshman right side, Jordan. She's lefty. She's got a strong arm. She's been killing it. I'm proud of her. And then, I could shout out everyone, honestly. It's really fun to watch. And then we have a 5th-year outside. Her name's Maureen. She's killing it. She's figuring out how we play Zips volleyball. She's doing great. And then both of our middles, this is their first year. Chidera, she was a redshirt last year. And then Lindy, she's a freshman. So just watching them is really fun, and watching us all interact with each other is also really fun.
Got it. So what are some upcoming matchups that you kind of circle on your calendar? Obviously this next one because you're going home, but some other matchups that maybe more on the home side that we can get our fans to come out and watch. I
think that Miami will be a fun one. That's our first home game, so that's just one we want to come out with a lot of our first home MAC game. That's one we want to come out with a lot of excitement about. We play Cleveland State before them at home, which is also a big one. We kind of consider them our out-of-conference rivals because we play them a lot. I'm trying to think who else we play at home. Any of the MAC games at home are really kind of just none of the MAC teams we're going to breeze through. It's really high competition. Okay. So I think any of those in-conference home games would be fun ones to show up to.
This year, the Kent State match is on the road at Kent. But is that a game, from a rivalry perspective, we talk to players and coaches all the time. It's that rivalry is palpable. It's one game that everyone wants to win. Is that translated into volleyball as well?
For sure.
Okay.
Yeah. For sure.
That's just part of the culture here.
Yeah, you have to. You have to. We want to beat Kent for sure.
Beat Kent for sure. All right. Well, this is as we move into kind of the rest of the questions. These are, hopefully the other ones have been fun, but this is where kind of let your hair down a little bit. This is more the fun portion.
Okay.
Do you have any superstitions or rituals, things that you need to do in order for a match to go right?
Okay, this one is new of this year.
Breaking news.
It is breaking news. I don't know why I started doing it. I think it was just because they were there, but every match and every practice, you'll probably see me with a bag of pretzels in my hand.
Okay.
I have to snack on my pretzels.
Now, are these a specific brand? Because
No.
I'm trying to NIL deal. Let's get you a pretzel. You got any pretzel watcher or makers here?
There's no specific brand, but I'd be willing to stick to a specific
There
brand.
you go. We like that. So is this, was it before or just during? Like you always have
During. We have these little, right now they're just this Halloween pretzels. I don't know. And I'm just
I know which
walking
one you're talking
around.
They have like a purple bag, right? I know exactly the ones you're talking about.
And I just walk around with a
they're
bag of them. I need them. So, yeah.
So that's your new thing. That was not last season. All growing up was not a pretzel.
No.
Do you eat pretzels outside of volleyball?
I haven't. No. I don't. I like pretzels outside of volleyball, but I would never go and pick up a bag of pretzels.
Well, there's carbs. There's the salt. Maybe there's some.
I think
there's
it's
some
the salt that I like.
nutritional.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're visiting you in Lexington, Kentucky. We're going to go visit you. Where are we going to get pizza? Where's your favorite place to get pizza in Lexington, Kentucky?
I'm going to have to go with Goodfellas.
Goodfellas.
Yes, which actually has a bad rep because I don't know if you've seen the Barstool pizza review.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he
Did
came
not
and
go well?
Well, I guess they didn't want him filming there.
Oh, interesting.
And so there was this big fight, but the pizza is great.
Pizza's good.
The pizza's great.
Okay, so what's your order? What are we getting? What are we getting for pizza at Goodfellas?
I usually go with, I get a cheese. I like a cheese pizza. I love myself a plain cheese pizza. But my sisters and I love buffalo chicken pizza.
Buffalo chicken pizza.
So we'll get that too. Just both.
Both. So when you go home, is there going to be some buffalo chicken pizza at Goodfellas?
I don't think so.
Okay.
No, I think we're going to get, the team's coming to the house for dinner.
Okay.
So I think we're going to get Malone's, which is also a Kentucky thing.
Okay.
So That'll be fun.
All right. So this is our rapid fire segment. So I'm going to rattle off some questions. The first thing that pops into your mind. Favorite pregame pump-up song?
First day out, T Grizzly.
There you go. Biggest rush, a spike or a block?
Ooh, I think a good spike.
A good spike?
Good spike.
Okay. Best road trip city in the MAC?
Ooh, sure. I didn't go everywhere last year. I think that I'm gonna say Miami.
Miami. Okay. Best restaurant or coffee shop here in Akron? What's your go-to place?
Does it have to be local?
Akron.
Okay, Luigi's.
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 Okay,
yeah.
there you go. Funniest teammate?
Jordan. She's
Jordan.
so funny. She's so funny.
We'll take your word on that.
Yeah.
Favorite sports team outside of volleyball?
Here,
Yeah, just in general. Favorite sports team?
Kentucky football.
Kentucky football. Okay, not Kentucky basketball? Like, I feel like Kentucky basketball is more known than Kentucky football.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess your dad played.
My
so
dad played.
kinda
I've got to be a
So
football.
did you go to games growing up? Did you always go to games?
Yeah,
Okay.
always.
Okay. So if you weren't playing volleyball, what sport would you play?
I think I would have stuck with softball.
Okay, softball. Guilty pleasure television.
Oh, Scandal. Have you ever seen it? It's so good. Scandal.
I have not. All right, last one, rapid fire. What's your hidden talent?
My hidden talent.
It's really hidden because you don't even
Yeah, I don't even know my hidden talent.
You sing, dance.
I
tell
like
jokes?
singing.
Okay.
I'm not good at it. I'm really good at learning song lyrics.
Okay.
If that's a talent.
Why not? So you can pick up a song pretty quick and then sing it. Okay, there's nothing wrong with
But
that.
I'm not great at singing.
That's a great talent. Fantastic. All right, final question for you, Delaney. Why should Zips Nation Insider, Zips Nation, be excited about the women's volleyball season this year?
I think you should be excited because this is going to be our year. We're turning it around. This is our year. I just can feel it.
All right, thank you, Delaney. Appreciate you
Thank
being
you.
on Zips Nation Insider. There you go.